demonstrate inferences using OWL hasValue. So the interesting thing about OWL hasValue is that it takes an individual for its value, and because it's fixed one value, the world is automatically closed when you define a restriction using hasValue. Therefore, you can inference in two different directions, both ways, I say. So you can, if you know that someone has a high priority or something has, in this case, we're talking about survey questions, we create priorities for survey questions. If one survey question has priority high, and it will be classified as high priority item. So this is one way of reasoning. The other way of reasoning is if you assert that a question is a high priority item, then the computer knows it will tell you that that item, that question has a priority of high. Okay, so that's the other way of reasoning. So I want to demonstrate this. So again, we're using a simplified version of what's in the book. I started by define high priority item. I say this class is equivalent to this restriction class. And the restriction class basically say anything that has a high priority, it's a member of me. So basically the high priority item defines anything that has priority as a property with a value of high. Similarly, we can define medium property item, low property item. So for my individuals, I have two here for now. The word problem has a high priority. The internet symptom problem has a low priority. So given what I asserted here, I expect the computer to tell me that what problem should be a high priority item. The internet symptom should be a low priority item. The reason is that internet symptom has priority low. It matches exactly the definition here for this restriction. So the computer should infer that internet symptom is a low priority item. Okay. So again, if we check, we have the right rule set. And come here, let's clean up our, drop this graph and recreate a new so that we know that what's in that graph exactly. And now we can run the query, and this time I want to have the system tell me all the things that has a type, right? So if I run it, I want to see that some questions, internet symptom has been inferred to be a low priority item, and the word problem here is a high priority item. So this inference is correct as what we had expected. So the system has inferred correct statement. But I also want to show you that when you define hasValue, you can actually say that one thing has two different priority. So if I add this statement saying that internet symptom also has priority medium, if I do a reasoning here, let's do the query again. Oops, we need to update the graph, so we need to run this first. And then run the query. We'll see that the internet question belongs to two different priority level. Internet symptom is both a low priority item and a medium priority item. The reason for this kind of reasoning, the behavior is correct. The system has been reasoning correctly because hasValue construct, all it requires is if you have this medium priority, then you are a medium priority item. If you happen also to have a low priority, then you are also at the same time a low priority item. So I've demonstrated one way of reasoning.